Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise. And today we are going to be flipping through 3 of my planners for the month of July. I think the last time we did this, probably several months ago, I shared my journal as well. I'm not going to be sharing that this time because I find that when I write in my journal with the thought in the back of my mind of, I'm going to be sharing this on YouTube and Instagram, I'm not as honest with myself in my journal as I would be if it weren't being shared anywhere. And what's the point of a journal if I'm not going to be honest with myself when I'm writing in it and only maybe write down the good things? So that's why we're not going to be sharing that. So let's start with my dashboard spread. I want to give you a heads up. If you've seen one of these videos before, you will know you are going to see some repetition in here because I like writing things in multiple places. I like decorating multiple planners. Could I get everything done in my life with one planner? Maybe. Do I want to? No. So let's flip to July. This is what July looks like in a monthly spread for me. I'm changing things up a little bit the way I'm doing it in August, but when this is my YouTube schedule. When a video is highlighted in green, it means that it's done. Over here on the left side, I have my Patreon exclusive videos, and then everything in the calendar is my regular YouTube schedule. So it's messy. This planner tends to be messy, but it's where the things get done. Another thing that you're going to notice in this planner is a lot of the weekends are empty. July ended up being one of these months where I did a lot on weekends, which was amazing, but lost a lot of time on weekends to get things done for Plan with Elise, which is when I usually get a lot done. So it's made the weeks really hard. But that's okay because I don't want to miss out on the weekends to work. So this was for Heather's birthday. I used Kell of a Plan Roy G. Biv and some black to coordinate. Then we had my birthday, which was fun. I like these. These are from Live Love Posh. This is my birthday week. This time I knew that the weekend nothing was going to happen. So I didn't even try to put function in there. And then this weekend was actually when I started dealing with my really bad neck pain. I know I filmed a video. I think it was the Sunday I filmed one, but I guess I didn't write it in here. So nothing really happened during this weekend. This is using, I think Amber plans her day, functional florals, possibly. Sometimes it's hard to remember when there's been so many videos since one of them went live. And then we have Kell of a Plan favorite florals, I believe, for this past week, another weekend when nothing got done. And I know this time it was because Friday night my niece slept over. I didn't even like finish writing in here. Friday night my niece slept over. I was with her all day Saturday. Sunday I was at my friend's house. Then my mom came over and we were getting things done here at my house, and I did not have time to sit down and film. You know what I didn't share with you was my July currently page, which you saw the plan with me maybe if you watched it, but I don't usually share this after the pen. Habit trackers are probably not something I'll put in again because I didn't look at this every day to track habits, but I have my overview in terms of following counts. I had a revenue goal for July that I did meet. So thank you for your support in clicking affiliate links and subscribing to my channel and all that jazz. I do have a new tier of Patreon launching. I actually launched it right before August, just in case anyone who was already on Patreon wanted to upgrade before I announced it to everyone else. And I had met my goal of 2 sponsorships. As someone who creates content for a living, having sponsorships is really helpful because, like I've talked about this a lot, the YouTube payments are not great, and having multiple sources of income is really helpful. And then I listed out releases and Patreon dates for our Zooms. So that is my Plan with Elise planner, which I think a lot got done this month, even though I feel like there's so many empty spaces. A lot got done. So now let's look at my classic vertical. And this is sort of my catch-all. And when I say catch-all, I mean like It has the most important things, I guess. My big planner is sort of repetitive with this, but my big planner has more things. So first we have my currently page. This is using the wrong birthday sticker pack. Everything you're seeing today here is a YouTube video. My Patreon exclusive videos are usually like after the pens or journaling or like a setup video or things like that. But all of these like plan with me so far, or in today's video, will have been on YouTube. So you're welcome to go back and check them out if you wanted to see a process or find a specific link to something. Just comment and I will provide you with it. So I wrote down 3 things that made me happy. The Kells came to visit. We did a gender reveal, joined the town pool, and set up new outdoor furniture. I read 7 books in July, had a sleepover with Scarlett, my very first house guest, 13 workout days. I'll talk more about this in my goals video, which I haven't filmed yet, but is going up before this video, so that might not make sense to you. Settled into my house and found a new routine. I love it here. And then some birthdays. I didn't really finish my July monthly. I've got some bills that I did pay, but I didn't put in here. I had some plans that I didn't write in here. Just trying to catch up. This has definitely been a month of trying to catch up. So I would like to kind of back plan some of this, but we'll get there. We have the first week of July. This was, I think, a combination of Kelva Plan and Whimsy Luck stickers. So it was kind of funny because with 4th of July being on Tuesday, by the time we got to Thursday, I was like, wait, is it still the week of 4th of July? Like, it was so confusing, but I like having it, having a 4th of July themed spread in my planner. And sometimes it's writing something down. Sometimes it's a birthday or a to-do list. So I had a lot of visitors that week. Now I'm looking back and I can't believe this all happened in July. My aunt came on 4th of July. Then I went to my brother's, had an internet outage and had to go work at Starbucks. And I went to my nephew's baseball game. My aunt and uncle visited. My friend visited after that. Baseball, went to New York City, celebrated my nephew's birthday. It was a lot. Also did a lot of content because I knew the next week was my birthday. The Kells were coming on Thursday and I was not going to have any time to do content. So I did a little bit of journaling down here. I really like this. It makes me happy. This is like a pretty spread. This was the day that I got a pool membership. I'm actually gonna check that off because I got home from the pool membership and my bar stools got delivered. My kitchen has like a big kind of like buffet piece that's counter height. So I got bar stools for it. And then I put together one of the stools, but then my lunch break ended. So I had to wait until my workday ended to put together the other stool. And the Kell family came and then I had a power outage. So, and this is just kind of like listing out the things that I had to do, the things that I did is sort of just what this planner is for me. And I love it. It makes me so happy to look through after writing in it. Then we have the next week, which was using Color Story florals from Happy Planner. And this was really pretty. I remember struggling a little bit with this spread when I first did the decorating part, but I really like the result and I got a lot done. This was also the week that I ended up in urgent care because of a pulled muscle. So on Tuesday, I carried a piece of furniture from my garage up to my office, which is 4 flights of stairs. Yeah, four flights of stairs because my garage, you have to go up a few stairs from the garage to get to the main level. Then the main level, you go up again to the den. Then from the den, you go up again to get to my office. So I hurt myself and it really took until Sunday until I threw in the towel. But it's also the day that JoJo and Garrett came to visit. And JoJo of JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop and Garrett is her husband. And then my friend and I went to the pool on Saturday. I was in pain, but I figured whether I'm laying on my couch or I'm laying in a pool chair, rest is rest. I may as well be doing it and getting some fresh air. I also finished my century ride, my 100th Peloton ride. So I love this week in my planner and I had a good week aside from this part of it. Next up, we have this spread using Castetic Plan's Hidden Jungle. And this was another spread that I think I struggled with. I feel like I paused the video and came back later in the day, but I really love this after the pen too. It makes me really happy. I had my niece all day on Saturday after our sleepover, so I didn't really get anything done besides throwing in laundry after we got home from the pool. And then I did a little bit of journaling here. Such a fun-filled weekend. I'm a bit worried that next week will be stressed since I didn't work, and that was the case. Anytime I don't work on a weekend, it makes the next week a lot harder. So need to go back to my word of the year, which is balance, and trying to incorporate more of that and figure out how to do everything and also have time for me. So this is my classic. We went through the currently page. Now let's take a look at my big. And as I mentioned, the big definitely has some duplicates of what you saw in the classic, but I enjoy decorating them both. I enjoy writing it all down. The classic would not have as much room for to-dos if I got away from the big, but I won't move away from the classic because so many things are sized for classic. So in the meantime, we just decorate my big and use it for a lot of lists. So I don't do anything with the monthly or currently. Last year I did some memory keeping with the currently. Maybe we'll bring that back. I don't really know. I don't know that I have time to add anything else to my list, but we have the week of 4th of July. So a lot of this we already saw, right? My aunt visited, my nephew had a baseball game, my aunt and uncle visited, things like that. But really here, there's just longer to-do lists. So this was using Live Love Posh stickers, I think retro holidays, and something else. I don't remember the other one. Then we had my birthday spread, really pretty. It makes me happy. I loved this spread. I loved this setup. I thought it was a really fun and creative way to kind of go outside of my norm and still get a ton of functional space here, and especially this one to journal. This one I think I did an after the pen video, so you actually may have seen this, unless it was a Patreon exclusive video. I don't remember. Okay, now we have this spread using Wrong Goal Getter, and while I really liked this spread, I didn't get anything done this part of the week. And could I write down, went to urgent care? I don't know, went to urgent care. I could. I didn't because I really wasn't feeling well. And so part of me feels like it's incomplete because I didn't finish the spread. And I guess it is. Maybe I should go back and write in here. But in terms of sharing it with you, I also just want to share how my actual life goes, and sometimes we've got a blank weekend like you saw in my dashboard. So that was that for this week, but I like these florals. Maybe I will fill it all in again. I don't know. Then we had this spread, which I am obsessed with. I feel like this is one of my favorites of the year. This is using Wrong Coffee stickers. I can't remember the name of the sticker book, but I did a Patreon video after the pen video with this, and I really loved it. The only thing I switched up from the original plan with me was that over here, I just wrote today and did a little bit of journaling. Scarlett and I had Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast, went to the farmer's market, made friendship bracelets, and went to the pool. And I just think that this is a really good example of why I love the big, because there's so much decorating happening here, but there's also a ton of function. I mean, this one, we've got 2 boxes and 7 things on a checklist of things to do. So, I know that some people feel like the planner should really just be functional or decorative, and it can't be both. And I really hope that what I can show you is it can be both. Of course, the big allows me to have that space. If you used a classic, there's just a little bit less space to do that with, but it also depends on what your life looks like. I prefer that every spread in my planner every day has at least 1 box and room for checklists, unless I know already that I'm going to be busy or I'm not going to be home or something like that. Even if I don't use them the way they were originally intended, like this would typically be intended for a to-do list, I just did some journaling. At least it's there, because when I planned this week, I didn't know that that's what my weekend was going to look like. Just like when I planned this week, I didn't know that I was going to be in pain and unable to do anything. So a little bit of a ramble there, but I just kind of wanted to share with you what my life looked like in July, what my planners looked like. And maybe we'll do this again in September for August. I don't know. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos. I hope you enjoyed. And thanks for watching. I will see you soon.